there's a public university that is the University of Uruguay, and you don't really apply, you register, right? So if you want a spot, you have it. And then if at the end of the day, it doesn't work out for you, it sorts itself out that you will not finish. So all of it was new. The fact that you had to apply, they had to pay to apply to college, that you had to take the SAT, that you needed these letters of recommendation, you needed to write essays. I applied to NYU. I applied to CUNY, the City University of New York that had Baruch College in it. And then as Phil looked at this setup, he said, NYU is too expensive. CUNY as a public university, you need to apply to something in the middle. That is like a private university that is not expensive, but that is, maybe good enough. We came up with Pace University as like that middle ground. And so I applied. I actually got into all of these places, and he was right. NYU was going to be too expensive. It's still too expensive.
Still
for most
very
people,
expensive. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I don't know. I think maybe back in that day, it was like maybe like $40,000 a year. And Pace was like $13,000 a year. And then City University of New York was maybe like $5,000 a year. And, my parents didn't have money. They had put together a 529 that was like, richly funded. There was none of that. So basically, Pace ended up being the place that I chose to go. They gave me some scholarships. There seemed to be I thought that I was going to figure out a way to maybe get more scholarships or maybe work for credits and not end up with like some very significant amount of debt. But as you see, like the financial consideration was really the first consideration in going to college for me. I need to go to college somewhere where I can get trained to get a job, but I also need to make sure I don't walk away with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that are going to set me back.